Welcome to Comics Now, it's Brian, and today we're going to look at Diamond Select Toys' Spider-Man PVC Gallery. And this is a handsome comics-based Spidey, and there's not a whole lot to complain about here. It is wonderfully painted. It's not quite clear to me what Spider-Man is webbed between, but it looks like a piece of a building and possibly a piece of another building, and he's got a light there that he's got his hand on that, looks like maybe he's between really close buildings that also have a light that's impossibly close. But anyway, it's a diorama. It's not necessarily a perfectly realistic look at a scene, but it's supposed to suggest elements of a scene, and that's what it does fairly well. That clear stuff that Spidey is on in the middle, I think we're supposed to assume is webbing. And if you look closely, it does indeed look enough like webbing. I love the sculpt on this thing. The pose that Spidey is in is a very Spidey pose. I do love the costume choices that they made here. I like the very little Spidey logo on the front, and I love the large, almost tick-like logo on the back. Like the style of Spidey eyes that they went with here, and just the whole costume in general. The paint job is really excellent as well. It's Spidey. It's red and blue, and it's the right colors there. The only little thing that I might mention is if you look at the head here and look very closely, the head is clearly a two-piece head. You can see where it's not just the separation of the little webbing lines from the paint, but that there appears to be a joint here where the two halves of the head connect. You cannot see that if you're not looking for it, so it's hardly something that really detracts from the statue, but it is one of those noticeable things. I point these things out on these gallery reviews not to be a nitpicker, but simply because the gallery stuff is very impressive with what you get for $45 for plastic and paint, and most of these gallery statues look impeccable. And so when I see these little things, I just feel like I need to point them out, bring us back down to reality a little bit. $45 is still a fantastic deal for these things, even on statues that have more obvious paint problems. It's still an amazing deal. These things still generally look great from a distance away, but they're not perfect. You're not getting a $500 level of quality at $45. That's just silly. But that's okay. You don't need a $500 level of quality at $45. You decided to spend $45. And you know what? For $45, this Spidey is an absolutely amazing steal. See you next time.